Today, I'm going to take you through one of the most basic things you need to understand if you want to use user testing successfully. It is the video playback. It is the core of everything that user testing is, the ability to watch your customers or your competitors' customers going through the experiences that you care about to see the moments that matter. Just a reminder, if you want to go deeper on any of these things I talk about, go to User Testing University. There's great courses, information, there's a knowledge base. The link is in the description down below. But let's get to it. You can see right over here, we're in Sessions tab of the study results. So study name up here, here's my tabs, and here is the Sessions tab where I can see all of my respondents and the ability to click the play button to watch their video. Now let's click into one of these videos and I will show you all of the features and really important things that you might not realize are there. Here we go. This is the video playback screen. It's very similar to maybe YouTube, or if you've seen Vimeo, anything like that where you've done video playback, you'll be familiar with this interface. On the right side, you're going to see your transcript. Up in the upper right here, you're going to see a drop-down list with 4 options. The main one is the transcript, where you can see the transcription of everything that was said during the study. If I go ahead and click on the transcript option, you're going to see there are 4 options, as I said. Notes and clips. This is where any clips that you've made from the video will be present, as well as any notes that you might have taken if this was a live conversation. Notes that you've taken in advance would be here as well. Then you've got tasks. If you want to click over to your tasks, this will jump you right to the tasks in the video playback. So if you just want to see task 3, you can go right here and it'll jump you to that moment in the video. Going back up, you have the transcript, which we were just on. And then you have the summary. This is where you can type a summary of the video, and this is the summary that will be present on the Sessions tab main screen to the right of the video playback. You notice there was the video playback option with the duration of the video, then there was a little bit about the contributor, and then there was an option for a video summary. That is the same summary that you would type here, but we're going to jump right back to the transcript. Before going through the transcript, I want to point out some other things that are on this screen. Down here on the bottom, you're going to see all of the controls for your video playback. You've got the ability to advance or rewind a certain amount of seconds. You can annotate the video if you'd like. You can change the playback speed. I tend to watch things at 2x. Then you get your volume, the time. If you want to make a clip here, and if there's a problem or anything with the video, or if you want to download it or share the video. Or you can go full screen. So lots of options here for video playback. Then just above, up above, you have the actual time code. This is the timeline for your video. Every white circle here, the little white dots, you will see those are the task markers. So you can see what task is going on in each spot. The color coding is sentiment analysis. You will see on the right side here, you can see a little bit of sentiment analysis. Now, someone is saying that they think something is easy or there's an expectation. Up here in the upper right is a button called Smart Tags. Smart Tags are User Testing's enhanced sentiment analysis. Now, you can see here, there are 10 distinct sentiments along with a marker for friction. I'll start with friction, and you can see there is a little bit of friction right here in the video. It's marked by this sort of orangey barbershop sort of diagonal line marker. This tells us that there was either some kind of application friction or there is behavioral friction. So it might be the application's fault and it might be the user. I don't mean the application's fault or the user's fault. I just mean it might be marked and picked up because of some activity taken by the user or something that was observed in the application. Now, in this case, I know exactly what the friction is, and I'll just play it for you so you can see. Let's do this and let's play it.
I click select for reservation, click OK.
Now, right there, you noticed that it was sort of a double load sort of situation. He clicked OK, then it registered, sort of gave him the spinning wheel. Then he was kind of paused for a minute, not a minute, a second or two, and then it gave the spinning wheel again, and then finally reloaded the screen. So user testing picked up on the fact that there was some weird activity in the application that is going to cause some friction. If it was behavioral friction, if the customer or the participant had clicked on the OK button like 10 times in a row, that would be considered rage clicking, and that would be picked up on as well. But in this case, it was application friction, and we got to see that there. The other things here, as I said, 10 distinct sentiments. So where most sentiment analysis engines will tell you positive or negative, UserTesting's proprietary engine will tell you whether something is not just positive, but if it's easy, if it's perceived as something that is easy to accomplish, or something they merely like. With negativity, negativity comes in many flavors, unfortunately, more than positive. You have aversion, confusion, dislikes, and pain points. Think about that for a second. Aversion versus confusion. Confusion is, I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do. I don't understand this content. I don't understand this copy. Versus aversion, which is, not sure that I'm willing to click on this. I'm not sure that I trust this. I've got an issue here. There's just something about it that I'm not happy with. And then you have your dislike and pain points as well. Dislike is, I don't like these colors. This site is not appealing. It doesn't look good. Versus pain point, which is, I'm having trouble figuring out what to do here. I'm clicking this and nothing's happening. Those are pain points. So very distinct sentiments that you see in the platform. And then you have your final category here for the more neutral sentiment. So expectations, pricing, suggestions, and trust. So very distinct things, and it's very powerful when you can pull those right out of the video. You can see in the video playback now, the color coding is the sentiment. So here's an easy element. Here is an expectation. When you hover over the individual markers above the video timecode, you will see the transcript that goes with it. So you can look over here in your transcript for, I'll scroll back up for the expectation, but I can just hover over it right here. And if I click on it, it's going to take me right to that moment in the video where the expectation is being described. Coming over here, we've got a suggestion. We've got the friction. We have dislike, suggestion, like, confusion, dislike, confusion. And now this person overtly says it's confusing. I want to point out that the sentiment analysis is not just driven by the words in the transcript. It is the tone, the inflection, and the context that are also weighed in. So there's a lot of factors, not just the words. Coming over for a little bit more, we've got likes, another suggestion, some more likes, etc. So if you want, you can actually filter by just the elements that you want to see. If you want to see if there's any confusion in the study, you can just get rid of everything else and say, just show me the confusion. And you know it's right here. So very powerful smart tagging, the ability to see all of those. Let's say that you find an element now and you want to actually make a clip out of it. How do you use these screens to make a clip? So we're going to go here and let's just go to one of the elements of confusion, and we'll go here and we'll just resume the auto scroll so it goes right to it. All I have to do is highlight this element of the transcript and it's going to allow me to make a clip. I can copy the text as well if I want to, but I'm just going to make a clip. It's going to allow me to hashtag this as confusion, and I can add more hashtags if I want. I'm going to mark this as negative and I'm going to save this clip. As I pointed out earlier, you have the ability to view your notes and clips right here. These are all of the notes and clips. They are time coded. You can see the hashtags that I've given. As I scroll down, this is the clip that I think this is the clip that I just made right here. The confusion. We have the ability to do a number of things from this playback view now. We can actually add the clip to a highlight reel. We can share it. We can edit it, download it, or we can delete it. If you wanted to add this clip to a highlight reel, let's say, it's very important. If you're not making highlight reels, I highly encourage it. Go to add clip to highlight reel. It's going to open a new tab, put you right into the highlight reel builder, and it's going to add that clip for you with the ability to search any other clips. You can see in my demo library, there's quite a large number of clips. We're going to jump back over to the video playback. The other thing you want to keep note of here is, you see this little star here? This is where you mark clips as important. Clips that you mark as important will automatically appear on your summary report. The summary report is one of the 4 or 5 tabs that you will see here, depending on, again, whether this was a quick answer study, in which case you'll have the results tab. Normally I'll have 4 tabs. One of them is the summary. And this is the report that is in the top part, edited by me. In the bottom part, automatically populated by your study. So all the notes and clips that are down here are clips from this study that were marked as important. They will automatically appear here and can be exported to a report, but that's for another video. Coming back over here, we're going to go right back to our transcript. And again, fully scrollable. You see there is an auto scroll option here to get you right to where you want to go. The last thing I'm going to share is some information about video playback where contributor view is turned on. This video, of course, does not have contributor view turned on, so you don't see the face of the person who is speaking and giving the feedback. I don't use contributor view turned on for these videos because I don't have permission from people to include their face in a video that I'm going to share publicly. But if you do, you will typically see that face down here in the lower left. You can move it around, but it will normally be in the lower left. There will be a little option on it to swap the video. You can make the big image the face and the small image the actual website that's being shared, the screen. If you don't want the screen to be shown at all, you can actually minimize the second view. So it's picture in picture typically, unless you minimize it. If you want to download your videos with the contributor view, you must use this option here. If you use the download option that is in the sessions tab view, it will only download the primary window, which will be the screen share. So if you want both, you download it here, and make sure that you set it to the orientation you want before you download it. If you want the person's face to be the primary thing you see the entire time, sometimes you're doing more of a think out loud survey style video. You're going to invert it and then download it here. Same thing goes with highlight reel clips. When you make a clip, make sure that you have the face large or the actual video playback large like we have here, depending on what you're doing. Sometimes when we're asking just a question, like this case here, the person's just answering a survey style rating scale question, you might want to invert it to have the face be really large like this, because this is where they're explaining the answer to a question and they're not actually navigating through something. So very important stuff today. I have come across customers that didn't realize certain capabilities were available there in the playback view. So I wanted to do this video for them and for you to make sure that the core function of user testing, watching participants in video form, is as easy as possible and you understand how it works. That's going to be it for this tip of the week, but I'll be back again soon. Until then, I will see you later.